assault rifle. We're going to be going into Forest, I believe, not St. Marie.
Well, Forest, I think, is the second hardpoint. I believe that's map 4, was it?
Oh, we got St. Marie for... Okay, so it's going to be interesting to see how this one pans out. I've just been confused with the whole video. He's thrown me away.
I believe they were the second pick, so I think Arden Forest will be map 4.
Okay.
I was just speaking to that in general. Like, basically, you get two maps where... I mean, they're larger maps. You know, you get longer ranges of sight. Yes, you're going to have 3 subs zoning around here, and the same can be said for Arden Forest at time. But I mean, outside of Gibraltar, these are going to be maybe the closest you sort of get to that, at least for pacing. It's not going to be as scrappy as something like a London Docks or a Valkyrie, that's for sure. So let's get it in to St. Marie, and I don't know, the big thing here, I guess I'm looking to see what Pristini can do on the side of eUNITED, and Vortex was kind of the man of the hour yesterday at Epsilon. Sure, Reedy was doing it with the leadership, and you heard him getting hyped, but Vortex was shredding.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do with leadership and hype, and that's not going to pick up the kills. Everyone else needs to put a shift in, and we definitely saw a better version of Epsilon starting to push game 5s. And kicking things off, we're going to be on board with eUNITED as they take control of the restaurant. You can see that kill feed. Everyone putting in some work as Clay and Silly already picking up 2.
Yeah, this is a nice start from eUNITED. You know, typically your team spawning bottom is going to pick up the opening time. You get a little bit easier of a break here into red, but they're racking up the time. And, well, I was going to say, and they got the spawns. Nobody even pushed that far forward, but you get the back ammo spawn. Thankfully, Clayster, it looks like he's going to be ready for this, but I mean, it's too late. They all spawn top there at back ammo, and now they're going to be set up for next. I didn't see anyone push that far forward there through red that I think it should have flipped. I didn't see where the last player dropped, though, from Epsilon, but it looks like it's not going to matter. eUNITED's able to wrap back, and it looks like they're winning the gunfights they need to here.
Yeah, Pristini, out of a little bit of luck, I will say, just took the perfect route straight through the middle there. We're going to see Clayster trying to finish off one. Trying to find where he is, and Pristini's going to help him out, as a great teammate should. 55 and counting. The question is, can Clay get these streaks? He's already got 4.
I think the other question
is, there you go.
Can Epsilon score a point? Here it comes. Hey, there we go. Epsilon now on the board after a minute gets put up by eUNITED. But like you mentioned, some streaks. And I just noticed for Clayster, interestingly enough, he has Fighter Pilot, Glide Bomb, and I believe the Fire Bomb.
Yes. You have to question it. But, of course, we'll see whether he gets it. You can see he's playing for it very heavily here. And I think this is more
I've earned that
statement.
Hubs. That's the only time I've ever gotten it.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of crazy to see him pull that out.
See whether he gets it, of course. Keep your eyes on that mini-map. Clayster being that number 5. Looking to get these kills coming in, and there you go. He's found the 5th.
And look.
And the 6th.
You see where he spawns at old, so Reedy, doesn't kind of wait for that death cam and maybe spawn up towards new. He will spawn at old, and now look at that spawn for Pristini. He's going to spawn bottom. 2 streaks are going to come in, and at least for a moment, it looks okay, but you're going to have to hold one more wave here from Epsilon before Clay gets in the action.
Yeah, and it's going to be a 3v4 for this period of time on behalf of eUNITED, but very dominant. Clay's trying to obviously earn that streak. It's going to be interesting because that streak will be so good on the lookout post, and he's actually already starting to rotate towards it. His teammates doing great work. You might be 7-0, but Silly, Pristini, and Arstes, they're really putting the graft in here. They're the ones that are getting those all-important kills near the hardpoint of Clay. I think he's just spotted one. Free fire comes in. Is he 1 away? I think so. 9:05, so he's going to need 2 more kills, maybe a hardpoint capture as well.
He's just trying to get in position here. Needs 1 more. He's weak in the back. And I'll be honest, I've never seen this used in competitive, but I feel like this could be good on just about every hardpoint. Like, yes, lookout post for sure, but it's definitely going to be great for laning and just making sure. I don't know. We'll have to see. Clayster pulling out some new tricks. And by the way, he hasn't died yet. He's still 9-0.
I'm going to actually be so sad if he doesn't get it, because I just want to see it in action.
Exactly.
I think there is one player who's gone right behind, but Clayster, he's definitely playing for these streaks. Keep your eyes on number 5 minimap, but he's going to start to rotate round. You've got to think about those points, though, and ironically, 100 points in the lead is going to be eUNITED, as now Clay starting to get in the action. This is it. There you go, and we have fire bombing run ready.
Here it goes.
Uh-oh.
Bye-bye, Epsilon.
He needs to get out of the way, I think, though. Did he use it? Oh, there we go. And you can see exactly the position above.
Oh, God, Reedy!
Boom!
Fire! Hey, Reedy gone, and they may be a little surprised as the firebombing run does come in. Finds a couple of kills there. It cleans out lookout post. 12-1 start. 13-1 start. 14-1. Almost 15. Clay dominating right now, and you can see it in the scoreline as well. This has been fun.
This is, yeah, it has. You know, coming into this series, definitely a favorite, of course, being eUNITED. They've had their ups and downs recently, but Clay starting things off pretty special. Silly, you have to hand it to him, 13 and 5, and he's been the one really in that hard point, getting those close range gunfights on board. Prestini, with 45 seconds, he's already thinking about the winery, and I love this heads-up play because his teammates are doing so well, they can afford to do this. And sat at 11 and 11, 22 interactions at this point is quite a lot.
This is not how I thought this was going to go. Okay, granted, we know eUNITED can beat Epsilon, but with the way Epsilon looked yesterday, I expect this to be a little bit closer. I mean, this is legitimately at times we'll play a pub right now for eUNITED. Well, Epsilon start to pick this up and get back into it. You saw Prestini getting close to streaks, Silly now getting close. You know, Clayster was already fully streaked out, so you did get a fighter pilot on Silly. Or sorry, fighter pilot on Prestini. Now you have streaks on Silly as well. This is not going to get better for Epsilon.
Yeah, Clay's on another 4. He's 18 and 2. Like, okay, stay on board with Prestini because he's going to be the...
This is like when you were working on the challenge. What was the... Remember the challenge you had to get fire kills?
Oh, yes. You're trying to
the fire bombing run on you. You have like all the fire stuff on. You have napalm, you have flamethrower, everything you're trying to get the fire kills. Yeah, that's what Clay's doing.
The problem right now is all these streaks because Prestini's just invested his. We're going to see glide bombs, mortar strikes coming in. Silly is taking out Hawkey. This is not nice really to watch. Clayster, yes, you're 18 and 3. Silly's right behind you at 18 and 6. It's been a one-sided affair to say the least, maybe.
Remember, this was Epsilon's pick because eUNITED picked Arden Forest. So this is Epsilon's pick. Pick something else.
There's definitely a period of time when a new player comes on board where you have to adapt. However, you do want to kind of start a little bit better. They are playing eUNITED, one of the best teams in the world. Probably not right now, as current form says, but
nice play.
This is a bit of a destruction here.
Well, it just started from the get-go. I mean, they got all that time. You know, it was 60-0 really on the opening break. You got streaks behind Clayster immediately. Silly's got him now. They're trying to break in to parking lot. Silly's not able to connect, but now is going to come the rest of the flood here. Can they pick up the player in the back? Nope. Vortex will find Silly. RC's trying to trade this out. Silly's going to spawn all the way out at ammo, so he's going to have to hightail it over to try to make a play because they've got that close spawn there and the B bomb pushed out. That was, I think, Dave that was all the way up kind of into courtyard. So made that spawn even further. Epsilon, I mean, this has been a nice hold here, even though you've dealt with some streaks from eUNITED, but there's the break. I mean, they've been doing it time and time again. I think they can almost exactly win this. If you don't touch for Epsilon, because I think you get kind of one final tick at the end of it.
Yeah.
The math's not exact, so I believe you win it perfectly here if you're eUNITED. You've got to at least contest from Epsilon. Arcides, yet another streak coming on in, picks up one, finds the second. Let's see if I'm right. It should be done here. The final tick is in. eUNITED take game 1 in what looked like a pub stop.
Yeah, I think they dropped 74 or 75 kills overall there as a team. I think they only died probably, I mean, I'm just guessing. I didn't count the deaths, but you do the math. 22 and 4, like 26 and 8. Like, I don't know what it was in the end, but there's only so much you can say about this. The one thing you can say is eUNITED, they come off a very shaky start towards Atlanta. They have a very good run in Atlanta. They come in yesterday, and this is what they need. They've got a very big day today. They sit at 2 and 6. They need to come in and just smash this.
You see the potential of the team. And did he actually go? Was it 22 and 4?
I was
trying
to tally it up.
Maybe that just erases that 4 and 22 game from back in Black Ops 3.
Yeah. That's never going anywhere. That stayed around for a while.
Oh, no, but that was an incredible performance. And I know, you know, that became difficult to cast seriously at times because it was laughable. I mean, yeah. Clay started out, what 12-0, I believe, before he first dropped. He gets a firebombing run. It starts the game before the first point comes in for Epsilon. It's already, you know, a minute on the clock for the side of eUNITED. They just absolutely dominated with ease there. That was fun to watch. I mean, if you're an eUNITED fan or a fan of Call of Duty that was looking for maybe some highlight plays, but my God, that impressive stuff from eUNITED.
And that's what you like. That's what you expect from someone like Clay, who's kind of been, you know, tossed around. eUNITED have had this problem in finding their roles. That's kind of eUNITED that you expect. You expect a dominant assault rifle performance from Clay. You expect the other three to do the rest. You know, the streaks kind of coming in. Yes, they punish Epsilon maybe more than they should, but that was only ending one way after the first maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah.
When Clay was on those streaks and Arcides and Prestini started to heat up as well. Silly was the one right behind Clay. Dominated performance, to say the least. Going into Search and Destroy, though, Epsilon, they did look a little bit better yesterday on S&D. Maybe the addition of Reedy obviously helping with that. But can they bounce back from what is, you know, a 100-point club, even worse than a 100-point?
Well, I think they probably can. I mean, I forget what the map 2 is, but yesterday they got blown up by LG in the map 1. They came back and 6-1 them in the map 2 on London Docks.
Yeah.
So they definitely can rebound and maybe play a little bit better in Search and Destroy. Granted, I thought they looked a lot better in the opening hardpoint versus LG. Very, very flat there. So it is going to be Docks again. So we saw, what, I think it was...
It's a 6-1, I think.
6-1 Epsilon over LG, and then I believe eUNITED beat LG there like 6-3 or something like that. So both of these teams played this yesterday. If you're just talking score-wise, and well, I think ultimately Epsilon looked a little bit more impressive.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you make a good point, though. As flat as they looked in that game 1, it's hard to imagine they'll be in that same form.
And I think Epsilon as well, it was Dave in particular. I think it may have been myself and you casting it. Was Dave was dropping like 11 kills and his teammates just couldn't pick up the kills yesterday. And that was with FaZe, because Zuma just kept rushing at him straight down the middle. He was picking up the kills, didn't obviously pick up the result that they wanted. But London Docks, a map where if eUNITED do take it, keep your minds towards that CTF. There's Flak Tower CTF coming up, which I am excited to cast.
I think both these teams played that yesterday as well.
Yeah.
In the LG series. And both were LG victories. But, yeah, definitely some maps that they maybe had some stuff to take away and losses yesterday, or victories in the sense of this map. All right, it was Vortex really setting the pace, and Reedy was making plays with the sniper, just kind of looking through the classes of everybody right now. All right, let's get back to the offense. We'll see what eUnited's going to try and, what Epsilon's going to try and do off the opening break. It's going to be a smoke out towards B. Mid-cut is still open. Vortex does get that first blood, though, behind the smoke. Silly answers almost immediately with the grenade kill. Vortex getting tagged up and is trying to stay alive, but he smokes off that cross, hits right in through that mid-cut, and ultimately able to make the play. You can see there's nobody on the eUnITED defense right now. Outside of all the way in the back, you see Arcides.
That's a really, really big pick from Clayster down low as well. But yes, Arcides knows that B, of course, is completely left open. Epsilon taking full advantage, and now they have spotted each other. Grenade. Oh, saved. Gonna put that back in the pocket for a second. And now the callouts will be made. You see those two players rotating through middle. 3v2. Numbers do advantage. Give advantage to eUnITED. eUnITED. Silly trying to lock things down as well in the middle. He's going to be charged. It should be the one that goes down, but he does. No one there to trade it. We're going to see Arcides pick it up, and now a 2v1. All down to Hawkey. 20 seconds left to go.
The time here is certainly the issue. If he guesses right and spots both, maybe, well, no, they're ready for him. So maybe he's going to have to beam and snap here to make a play, but he will end up dropping ultimately in this one. Tough spot for Hawkey to be in. It's going to be Arcides with the STG here, holding the angle. Doesn't miss a bullet. Very nice shots. You saw how quickly Hawkey got evaporated once he hit the edge.
STG's prevailing there at the end. And down low, of course, Arcides denying any type of push towards that crane and towards fire. And again, that B-bomb site was completely open. A potential flank could have gone down, but they opted to go for the kills. As we flip sides, eUnITED now on the offense.
All right, stun out there. Doesn't connect for Pristini. He's trying to get in, able to do that behind the smoke. Gets to the box. Got to be careful, though. He's weak, and Hawkey might be able to peek him. But you can see Hawkey backing up in the distance. Arcides already dropped. Pristini tries to win a gunfight, able to do that. Turns the tides and makes it a 3 versus 3 here as he's just trying to get close and personal. Does spot Dave yet. Get the hell out of that gunfight.
It's the way he moves around so fluidly there as well. I think he jumps straight on the bomb. You can see the bomb being planted. Vortex does take down Clayster, so now left in the 2v2 as we see Silly and Prestini up against Vortex and Dave. Grenades going in, trying to maybe connect with Silly. Not going to happen. Dave tagging up everyone here, but it's equaling nothing right now as we're going to see the push coming in from Vortex. Pressure being put on. Will Silly survive? Not going to happen. 1v1, Vortex v Prestini. You've got to favor Prestini in this position. He's weak. And Prestini not a player to back down.
The issue is, he's got to check it at least for a second. There he checks it. I thought Vortex was just going to hold that bomb heady and pick him. Now he gets it. Just enough time. Not able to get on it. Good job by Prestini. I thought Vortex was going to sit behind the bomb on the opposite side, wait for the check to come in from Prestini and just take that gunfight. Granted, he probably could have peeked it from window too, and it wouldn't have been the easiest, but had he stayed there on bomb, he probably would have won that 1v1.
at the given time. He doesn't know almost where the bomb has been planted as well, but a big clutch there. Another 1v1. Oh, sorry, the first 1v1 for obviously going in favor of eUNITED. 2-0 now, favoring the North American squad.
Silly drops a smoke there just outside a barrel so he can get across here and watch the push towards A. They've been backed up at the moment, I believe, by RC's on water steps. Nice shots from Silly. I think RC's might have got a bullet into that player. No, he didn't. He didn't get the assist. Those are great shots from Silly.
Doesn't miss a bullet, and that's what you want from the squad. Look how pushed up as well eUNITED are on the B bomb site. You got Clayster right up. He may be pushing the ground. It looks like he is, but on your screen, Arstees trying to connect with one. He's seen Vortex. He's going to get the backup of Prestini as well. The twins working over towards this A-bomb site.
And this is great. Arceus knows he can just roam around a little bit because he's got Silly up here. So he can watch and kind of push toward water steps. Well, as I say that, Arceus' position becomes a little bit more vulnerable because he doesn't have that cover from top middle. I think that's why you're seeing him start to back up. He knows, yeah, he knows he doesn't have that cover from top middle anymore. Has to get to a little bit more safety.
Arceus has put enough bullets in Vortex to kill him twice, I think, but overall the regen, it's not going to happen. Oh my goodness, this is going to be an absolute massacre. Arstees finds one and Vortex in a bad position. That's just bad timing there. Dave now left in a 1v2, and Clayster and Prestini should be able to just work this bomb site. Clayster's been sat in that position underground for so long.
No time. Nothing you can do. No time. And United, they're looking strong here. And I think the big thing to note, too, is they've been playing this a lot. Like this particular map, like we saw them play it a lot in Toronto. We saw them play it obviously in, Division B was here. It was one of their go-tos in Atlanta. Like in the past 3 weeks, they've been playing this a ton on land. You expect to see improvements. And the big thing too is they've been losing it a lot recently. Okay, I should say pre-Atlanta. I didn't see every one of their maps at Atlanta, but they were losing it a lot leading into it. So you got to think again. With losing comes learning. They'll start to improve on it. And right now, I still don't know if this is just like Epsilon is coming out of it flatter. eUNITED's starting to click.
Oh, I tell you what, that's not what you want to see. But Reedy's pulled out the sniper, and straight away after the first blood goes to eUNITED, we're going to see Epsilon bite back maybe for a potential round. Now that bomb is in no man's land, but collected here by RCTs, placed it on the offense.
And he's just holding, hoping that Dave is going to peek. He's got a bit of help here now. It's going to be Arcides and Clay starting to work up together. They've got him one shot. Clay should be able to get it useless and finish the kill. He hasn't been able to finish it yet. Finally, he's going to drop. Now it's going to be on Reedy to try and make a play. Now, Reedy just has this sniper pistol combo, so obviously he can't be challenging a whole lot. He has Hockey starting to position himself all the way through fire, wrap around through coal. Sorry, all the way through barrel and wrap around. He's actually going to go the whole way underground. I actually like this. Are they going to be ready for it is the question.
The problem right now for eUNITED is they need to pick up one of the kills. If they do, it should be good, but Hawkeye finding Clayster. The problem is Reedy has a sniper. So Arstes, if he challenges, and oh my goodness, Arstes is right round the back.
I love that play, though, from Hockey to...
If he does, he's done it in time. Hawkeye's checking it, though. Oh, heads up play.
Hockey does it all there. I mean, if he would have hit through a mid-cut, he probably would have been picked up. If he would have wrapped and come through Cole, I mean, he may have caught Clay trying to get in, or Clay probably would have checked it pushing out of lights or checked it behind the truck before he actually pushed in. But the fact he wrapped all the way through and went underground, he's able to catch the first, Clay off guard, and he has a PPSH for an STG. Second gunfight, same scenario. Those are easy gunfights to win.
I'm really shocked that Hawkeye checked that, because the normal thing to do would be to plant, to go back through Cole, or maybe go mid, so you can obviously see them diffusing the bomb. But the way Arsty plays that, he goes right round the back, underground once again. I had no idea that Hawkeye... I didn't think Hawkeye would check it. He obviously does, and he picks up the 2 kills. And finds Eps on their first round on the board, and he's actually going to kick things off as well with the first blood in round number 5.
Reedy connecting as well, so similar to last round, it's a 2v4 very early. Clayster, though, my God. Just beams Vortex off a cover. He is playing well today. The start and the hard point. Arceus, no.
He knows the sniper's there. He's like, I'm out. Now, a 2v4 into a 2v1. Clay obviously kicking things off with the double.
Yeah. And Hockey, you're getting close to 3, so you've got a couple kills in a row. But Clayster 3 in that round in 2 of those gunfights. I mean, the second one of the 2-piece, he beams somebody off a cover. Here, he's wide in the open. Hockey's got the boxes cover and still just rips him. 2 of those 3 gunfights are ones he should not have won. Absolutely should not have won. But when you're lasering onto people's heads like that, and you're Clayster, do whatever the hell you want.
So far, so good for eUNITED. A round which most definitely should have gone Epsilon's way, and you can see Hawkey there shaking his head in disappointment. 4-1 is a completely different scoreline to 3-2. Reedy still using this sniper. He's actually been picking up kills with it, so you can't blame him for that. You always think, are they just going to pop a shot? Not needed as Hawkey takes down one, but traded out. Now a 3v3 with E-bomb towards the A-bomb site. Reedy's going to be caught, surely.
Got a little help from Dave on the backside. Tried to pick up one before he dropped there, Phil, but wasn't able to do it. 2 versus 2, he just stuck him. Arcades caught one to the face, and there they're able to take the round. That was a big one. I mean, 5-1 lead, you're not winning this game. But they secure this. I mean, the stick a big part of it. I'm not sure if Arcades will win that gunfight, but he certainly didn't have a chance after he caught that to the chest.
There's no worse feeling than knowing you've been stuck and you have probably half a second to react or try and pick up some kind of kill or impact on the other player. Does go down, and another round for Epsilon. 4-2 current scoreline. Round number 7 as we go back on board now with Epsilon on the offense. And again, seems pretty standard here. Really a little bit quicker, but needs to be quicker to hit that shot.
Yeah, say, pace quick, not quick enough with a trigger finger. I would not want to toy with Clayster the way he's shooting. I know he's only 4 and 3 right now, but you saw him in the hard point, you saw him in this. So it was a couple first bloods in a row for Hawkey. This time, Pristini was able to take him out.
Not sure about Silly's position there. Very open, no real cover towards the middle, and he's obviously got 2 options. But Clayster is going to answer back with that sticky grenade. He's seen another. Should be able to trade it. Oh my goodness. Finally finds it there, and now left in the 3v1. Reedy left with a near impossible.
Well, at least he's got an STG. Not going to matter, though. 2 hit him out through a mid. Another round to eUNITED. Only 1 more needed to take a 2-0 edge in this one. I mean, if you're Epsilon, you should be in this game a bit more, right? You've had several rounds in which you could have won or, frankly, should have won, Phil. But things keep rolling eUNITED's way. And this will be an expected win, but a much-needed win, surely.
Most definitely. Most definitely. And 1 round categorically should have been Epsilon's. But apart from that, eUNITED have looked the better team. And you can argue, obviously, with Clayster and the way that he picks up those kills as well. 2v4, kind of crazy to think. And kicking things off, really pulled out the sub, and now we get aggressive. Epsilon, they turn into a bunch of PPSH. Absolute massacre towards Colin. There we go. Epsilon they counter eUNITED. They realize that the B push has been working for them. They hit it hard, and Reedy, the catalyst to that.
I think the call was, hey, Reedy, put the sniper away.
Yeah.
Well, let's get a little bit more aggressive. That was the thing that I thought was working for them against Luminosity yesterday. Yeah, I know Reedy hit some snipes, but you had to rely on a lot of one-on-one gunfight wins for Epsilon as they were flying at LG. This time, everyone brings the pressure, and suddenly you feel like Epsilon may be a little bit back into these things, but they've got to win this offense.
The crazy thing is,
again, they're flying. They're flying.
The crazy thing is, Epsilon's picked up 5 of the first bloods. Oh, wow, look at this position. Clayster's going to find one, and the smoke does cover him to get away, but it should be traded out. It will be traded out by Reedy. And now the bomb potentially going down. You can see those eUNITED players all together here down at the docks. Just what you want. You can take all the damage in the world. If you save your life and you let your teammate come in, a 3v2, eUNITED could end it here, but they need to retake the B-bomb site.
Yeah. This is definitely still very winnable here for Epsilon. It's look how much time eUNITED's taking just to try and clear out the backside when they're actually planning for the opposite. Well, they planted for either, really. It's on the side, but they're clear. Oh, wow, if Dave wins that, you're definitely in this, but Silly rips his head off. Pristini's on the bomb. Reedy's got to check this. He's able to get him off there for just a moment. Finish Silly. Tag. He's got to get him off the bomb. He's one shot. He gets dropped. They're already on it. eUNITED 6-3 and take a 2-0 edge in this one.
Silly shot there from that middle gate. Absolutely beamed one of the Epsilon players off of that power position, and eUNITED take a commanding lead now, 2-0 in the series. CTF coming up next. Not good if you're Epsilon.
I mean, we're going to Flak Tower, and again, they both lost this yesterday to LG. You saw some things and some moments that you liked, I think, out of either team, but there were some poor decisions that I think were made in the eUNITED lost to LG. Joe was talking a little about a couple times they tried to overextend instead of wrap back to their base. Epsilon, if I remember correctly, has got gunned in some situations. Maybe they shouldn't, but again, maps that both of these teams very familiar with from yesterday's matches, Phil.
They are eUNITED coming in with the favorites, but Epsilon do drop 2.
eUNITED looking for a much-needed sweep in this one. They're still alive and fighting for top 4, but they've got some work to do. On the other end, can Epsilon get it done? Can they fight back in this series? We'll find out after this quick break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. eUNITED currently up 2-0, handling business right now against this Epsilon roster, and we'll see if they can shut it down on Flak Tower. You know, you don't want to see eUNITED collapse. We know how important this win is. Really, Epsilon just trying to play spoiler right now. I mean, that's what they're working on.
They are. They really are. Epsilon back against the walls. They're 2-0 down. They've been here many times before. They're used to it. It's kind of it's not a different storyline for them. However, it usually ends one way, and that's a 3-0. Can they pick up a CTF? It is kind of... It's very demoralizing for a team like this. They bring in someone new. They're trying to obviously bring in some new strats, and it's not working straight away. It might not work straight away, But for these guys, they've got to just keep this energy up. And I think that's the main thing for Epsilon, is just kind of keep motivated. Know that you're playing the best teams in the world. Know that you are the underdog. And just try and gain something from the series. Even if it's just that little bit of practice, that little bit of anything. But they could obviously play upset. They could push this to game 4. They did it yesterday. We'll see.
I just keep wondering if that team is going to click, like, you know, Dave kind of said, going towards Anaheim later in the year is when they start to figure things out. You know, they had the run, not the same exact roster, but the run towards the end of Black Ops 3. They had a lot of incredible finishes throughout IW. It's just almost like they've looked so poor. It's like hard to me imagine that being a thing later in the year. I hope that I can remember the feeling I have right now, so when all of a sudden they're in a grand final in June, I'm like, what in the hell?
The thing is, I mean, I casted obviously a lot of that Fabi roster, for example, when they played 4. They had those electric moments. They've not had them. It's not a matter of turning up at April. This needs a whole new outlook on the team. They can improve, of course, and yes, they can most definitely get better, but they need a big change. Number 7, Vortex, he seems to have snuck through, and first flag pull, 20 seconds in, a little bit different on CTF flag tower. However, it looks like he's under pressure, and he's potentially going for the reach out. Not going to work.
There's the return for eUNITED. Now they've got a couple down, and there's a bit of a counter opportunity if they can win a couple gunfights here at mid-map. Looks like it slowed down for a moment just because Dave does find the kill. He's got help for the trade with Hockey as well. Hockey might turn the tides, though, as he's able to find 2 there. It was Silly who couldn't actually trade that out. Bristini now trying to hunt it down. All right, so Bristini at least able to clear the base for a moment. Hockey is dropped, and now you've got really Reedy in the last kind of aggressive position here, and he's going to fall as well.
60 seconds pass, and you just start to kind of add up a few things and see exactly where this game is going. And a positive start for Epsilon is she's starting to get a couple of kills here. Reedy and Hawkey already dropping a few. And Vortex finding himself in a very good position, but with 2 on the flag here, he's going to need the backup, and that backup coming in from Reedy. Nice headshot onto Clay, utilizing those stun grenades as well. Not going to connect, and smart play from Reedy just to back off.
Yeah.
For his team.
The push was too staggered. Like, that was great for Vortex to get 2 kills, and then Hockey comes in as well, but it was like a bunch of different 1-on-2s. Like, you never got the opportunity for everyone to push together. Vortex gets those 2 kills with the rest of his teammates there, and that's likely going to end up being a score as long as they trade effectively. Vortex, though, right off spawn and immediately hits across the map as Hockey finds a couple of kills. It's only going to be on Silly and Arcides now to try and make the play. You can see where Arcides is on the map. Does he read this right? Does he read this right? He's going to get shot in the back. That's going to be an early score here from Epsilon. Vortex puts it in. Solid stuff.
So, maybe the start of something special for Epsilon, just what they needed, a little bit of confidence going into this. And what's it really say about eUNITED's Black Tower CTF? That's another question on the books right now, but so far so good for the European squad in the CTF. And I will say Vortex for me has been kind of the main reason behind this. He's been the one kind of pushing up, being aggressive. How can eUNITED bounce back from this? They need to start getting a couple more kills, that's for sure.
Dave just starting to mosey his way up and get control. Once Hockey gets that pick, they know they can start to make a play. He did spot Arcides on the cross. Vortex trying to make a play on defense. Silly's just going to get a touch here as he overextended. And he may just be out with this.
He's got teammates around him. There's 2 players underground as well. He needs the cover, and Pristini and Silly trying to find him. Sticky grenade goes out, but not going to happen. Epsilon, and Reedy in particular with the 2-piece. He's not only going to pick up the kills, they're going to pick up the flag. They're going to be running this one home, and there's only 2 players to stop them. This is going to end up a 2v4. Make it a 2v3 as Arcides finds the first. They need to get aggressive. Hawkey, though, denies any type of push. Epsilon 2-0. Oh, what is that? Dave, what are you doing?
There we go. He's going to get in. Haney will get fully streaked out behind that score. Look at the streaks right now you have. Reedy's got 4 kills in a row. 2 in a row for Hockey. He made the play there to make sure the cap got in. And Dave's also killed 5. So this has been just a horrific last 60 to 90 seconds for eUNITED. Granted, there's a lot of time left, but you can still put on the hurt here if you're Epsilon. Going to call on one of these streaks offensively. Putting some shots in. Epsilon starting to roll, starting to push to come back in this series. They're down 0-2, but can they do it here in the CTF? Let's kick it to an Astro listening with Epsilon.
They're mid on us. Down to the left side. Nice. Bomb. You just run, try and hug them both if you can.
Nice. Pass, Dave. Good. I'm hitting right. You guys
ammo. Keep killing.
I'm with Dave.
Picking up there.
Nice, Dave. I'm gonna go out, Scott's mate. Right, go on, go.
Me and Bill have spawned up now.
Close on us, Dave. Dead. Oh, there could be a guy back in the base.
I'm gonna use a streak.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it, yeah.
Look at the.
I stunned him back in the base. I stunned him back in the base.
Dead underground.
Nice.
Right.
Back in the base, dead. Wanted ammo. He's in there.
I'm blocking the last one. I'm
He's
blocking.
dead. Oh, he's got you. Fuck, he's in ammo. He's in ammo.
That's my bad.
Ah,
Come on, we
shit, he
good,
got me.
we're
He's
good,
gone
we're
bottom mid.
Side to the right.
He's gonna run out of bottom mid.
Yeah. Oh good. Oh good.
Right, I'm gonna go hold up right now. Standing over.
One's pushing the left now. We're mountain. He pulled that mountain.
I stunned him on the right. I stunned him on the right. Could be outskirts.
I'm on mid.
Nice.
One more was on the
That's
left. One more was on the left. Yeah, there he is. We
I'm at mid, alright.
He's midi gun.
Outskirts,
I'll go on mid.
outskirts,
Midi gun and outskirts. Last two.
Low,
He went to mid. He went to mid. Dave,
Last guy
to
went
right.
to mid
To
on
right. To right, Dave.
Nice. Good shit, man.
Nice. Good shit.
That's Pristini first up. Pristini first up.
We ain't gonna be able to get a touch here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just slay for streaks.
Keep killing.
Keep it up, boys.
Oh shit.
Incredible half there from Epsilon. A little bit of maybe misplay with the streak. It was funny. The first shots out of Dave's plane beamed somebody in the back. The next one's unfortunately beamed his teammate Reedy. So they weren't able to get, or sorry, yeah, beamed his teammate Reedy. So they weren't able to get another score on the board, but they looked really solid. And if you would have told me, Phil, that Vortex in particular was going to be 4-9 at half and they were going to be in control of that game, I would have told you were crazy. But the rest of his three teammates have been shredding.
They most certainly haven't. Vortex was the one, the very early couple of kills. He got the double kill, obviously, in the enemy base.
Well, he was
pulled the
3 and
flag.
3 or something like that to
Yeah.
start, and then he hasn't really been involved
Really
since.
did. But eUNITED now, can they come back into this game? There's a lot of streaks on the board here. You're going to see a lot of mounting coming out from the eUNITED squad, but can they turn that into some scores? That's the question. This is big here. Pristini is going to get in and behind, but there's two players watching him. And again, it's that solo push.
And if I remember correctly, wasn't it Flak Tower, eUNITED versus Epsilon, where we had to listen in with eUNITED? They were joking around, just slaughtering Epsilon. Like, the comms were basically hysterics. Like, they were just having a blast.
Yeah.
Maybe, Epsilon maybe feel a little bit disrespected here, and you're trying to come in and get a bit of revenge.
Well, the revenge is looking sweet right now. Pristini still just waiting here in the enemy base. He did slip through. See those lifelines being those score streaks for Epsilon, and you'd be favoring them now to push this 2A map number 4. And one thing I do want to touch on, obviously, the comms to Epsilon. And it's very easy to jump on board with the team winning and talk about how good their communication is. But one thing that stood out to me was kind of, it wasn't just kind of calling out where they are. Reedy was, kind of saying he's on outskirts, he'll be on your right, Dave. It's very precise call-outs. He's very cool, calm, and collected, even though they are winning, even though they are 2-0 up in the map, yet 2-0 down. However, as Anna analyzed a little bit of that, we see eUNITED pull one back.
Yeah, they had a really nice play. I mean, it all started with them getting kind of 3 down and around mid-map, the defensive position. Arceus has already pushed up on the flag. They actually tried to rally that behind Clayster, but he wasn't ready for one player who kind of spawned up deep and just shot him in the back. But instantly, you're right back in this, and I think you got, at least one glide bomb used from Epsilon, so that's big, considering you allowed them to get a decent amount of streaks in this. Nice win there from Dave. They're weak enough that really only took one bullet, but RC's there to trade it out. Vortex, though, in behind enemy lines. He made a play. There's a glide bomb in as well. If that connected, that would have been devastating because you only really had one player up. Maybe it doesn't matter. Is Vortex snapping there onto Silly. Flying across the map is going to be Arceus. Arceus might be able to get him behind. He might be able to actually make the play here. The brothers are going to be pinching. They find him in the corner, and there's the return. Great play from Alec, and if he didn't wrap back and pinch like that, I mean, you saw Pristini drop. That could have gotten ugly. It might have been another score for Epsilon.
Yeah, and I want to point out, obviously, Vortex may only be 7 and 14, but a couple of kills in the enemy base. They're the crucial kills that change the game for you. A potential third flag there for Vortex, but it doesn't come off this time. Still putting the pressure on. We're going to see RSTs picking up a kill and having to just recharge and regenerate that health. But now, an aggressive play for eUNITED. The flag has been pulled. Dave denies. Vortex adds to that one as Silly starts to trade things out. The kill feed all blue. But Silly now in a 1v2. Can he find it? There's one play behind him. Surely will be cut down.
I was about to say, I don't know how he would have made that happen, but woo, that was a hell of a challenge in gunfight win. If that was a one-on-one to get it out, that would have been disgusting stuff. But unfortunately for him, there's one more up. One was spawning as well. Now you've got 2 minutes here for eUNITED to try and push the 3-0 in this series, maybe tie it up. There is a touch, but he can't get away with it for a moment. Now you're going to grab it. Pristini's got it. You had, I think, a mortar left. And I don't know what all else, but you may have a couple streaks remaining. Hockey wins a big one-on-one. There's the mortar that's going to drop in, but as it's traded out, we've got ourselves a tie game with 90 seconds remaining and some streaks onto Pristini.
So the game turning around. the slaying side. You look at Reedy, Hawkeye, and Dave doing great, but answering back is eUNITED, and they're coming in full force now. The game fully tied up with 1 minute and 15 left on the clock. I know you can start to hear eUNITED getting heated up. They've got, of course, some streaks themselves. Prestini pinning back Hawkeye. You can see the shadow and the stun grenade coming out, waiting for his time. His time is now, and he's going to be denied. The headshot from Hawkeye and Dave. This could be big.
Wow, yeah, I was about to say, winning that one-on-one with him and Window is at least going to open up the map right now for Epsilon to start trying to make plays. Clayster, though, wins a nice one-on-one. Arceus loses his, though, in the base. Prestini should be there to trade it out. He does just that. Clayster just wants to go ahead and overextend. He's pushing up. They spawn out left, so Hockey's going to have an idea. There's some pressure coming in. Reads it easily and makes the play. At the same time, though, eUNITED able to clear their base. You got 30 seconds left. I think just really streaks on Prestini at this point.
23 seconds. Is any team going to get a touch? eUNITED look pretty turtled up in their own base. You got Silly pushing forward, trying to be a little bit aggressive, but he's tracking back now, and Vortex thinking with 10 seconds left, there's no harm. There's no harm in going for this flag. There's, of course, that ever so slight chance of a counter. But as the time ticks away, it's looking likely we're going into overtime with the two squads. A good comeback here for eUNITED, obviously 2-0 down. And now they have streaks. So again, the series in this way that it is, you've got to favor eUNITED. Eyes on Prestini.
Yeah, big thing is can they get to a position to use these streaks offensively and get a score on the board quick? Or, you know, if Epsilon can win a couple gunfights mid-map and force streaks out of them early, I mean, that's basically the best thing you can have going right now for Epsilon, is get that situation where you have, I don't know, 3 down at least for eUNITED. But the problem is you have Prestini. Well, it might not be a problem, but you have Prestini as that fast, aggressive player. If he drops early, you may not even have him to use those streaks. Yep, Prestini does drop right away. So if Epsilon wins a couple gunfights, the streaks may, well, to be fair, by the time they get into a position to even make a play, he should be back up.
With Flak Tower as well, obviously, the streaks can only... So, my...
Oh, Vortex again! John did it to him yesterday. Clayster does it to him today. Finish your damn kills, Vortex! Shoot him till he's dead!
Put a few extra in if you need to.
Yes! Use your whole clip!
Nice grenade from Clayster, right through the top window.
We've got a Vortex getting turned on montage in 2 days. Okay, now he got 2 kills, though. He's answering back. Vortex is fired up now. 12 and 20. Couple kills in a row. Now he's dead.
See what impact he can have on the game. He's that player which is always going to be the one in the awkward position, but he's also the one that can change the game for Epsilon. Talking of changing the game, here he is, and he's going to take Arceus out, pushing forward now, and we're not going to have one of those overtimes with a 30-second cap. This could be a drawn-out series, a drawn-out map.
Clayster wins one. Clayster, say he hits that second shot or gets that second kill. You got a really good chance here to get forward, maybe invest some streaks and work on getting some offensive plays on the board.
Oh, my goodness. Ring around the roses here with the pipe. Hawk is going to deny that. And again, no streaks have been used. Stun's coming in. Arceus should go down, will go down as Hawkeye does deny him. 3 minutes on the clock now. 2 minutes have passed, and we're going to see Silly start an aggressive push. If you look at that mini-map as well, Maven, there's no one in and around their base. Silly's going to get that call out from Prestini. He's clear. 3 down.
Here they go.
This should be a cap.
There they go. Silly's got it. Hockey in behind. He should be gone. Unless a miracle comes in, it will not. That's going to be a score in what, about 2:20 here for eUNITED. The comeback alive and well, and they've got the first score in overtime.
This is going to be frustrating. This is going to be really, really frustrating for Epsilon. They went so far up and so far ahead in this map mode in particular, and now they find themselves on the back foot. Dave and Hawkey's putting up some great score lines, but at the end of the day, it is not resultant in the W. Oh my goodness, stunned as well, Hawkeye. That's 2 down. Reedy's having to track back. That's 3 down as well. Last one is Dave, and he just denied 2. And look at that. He knows exactly where Silly is. That will be denied for now.
I thought he was going to stick him. That would have been so sick if he read that, tossed the grenade, stuck him in the face as he came around the edge. But you at least are are able to shut it down. It's been Dave continuing to have a good game at 29 and 19, that main AR role on this map. This is a chance to strike, though. One player just came off spawn. You do still have some streaks, I believe, to work with if you're Pristini, but everyone just keeps dropping. The base for eUNITED has just become the base for Epsilon.
Pristini could have taken him out right there. He's in front of him. Pristini's literally right now.
He knows. There's the kill. There's the return. I mean, the big thing, he's able to stop him though, right? Like the streak stops him right in front of him. So Pristini pops up. He's like, I know right where you are because I saw it from an airplane. And he gets the kill and he gets the return. Wow, that was a very, very scary moment for eUNITED. Well, that shows why those streaks in the back pockets can be so pivotal to make a play at the end.
Yeah, we're seeing more streaks as well. Pristini's called in that mortar towards the AA gun, top left of the mini-map. And with 50 seconds left, Epsilon, another kick in the teeth here. Because I think all the streaks have now been invested. They've all been used, and it's all defense here for eUNITED.
Do they have any teeth left?
No, it's just gums. All gum.
This is the last chance, though. Pristini's making plays. I hear Clay getting loud. Nice shots from Clay in the back. He picks off both. Still 30 seconds to go. You've got one last chance. The problem is the map's now opened up for eUNITED. They're getting forward. Pristini with some nice shots.
He's been a nuisance. He's just taken a couple players down. He's pulled the flag as well.
No
15
chance.
Seconds.
Well, actually, hold up. Look at that number 7.
Vortex. Now's your chance.
This is your chance to be a god. Okay.
There was 3 around him. You've got to say fair play, and eUNITED, they take the series 3-0. The CTF a little bit closer here, Maven.
It was, but it showed us some resilience. You know, you're down in it early. You give up, I think, full streaks like 2 players. You withstand the streaks, and you're still able to make the play. I think one thing that stood out to me maybe a little bit more in the second half, something that we saw a lot yesterday when I was casting with Joe for eUNITED. There were multiple times where it seemed like they were kind of attacking a little bit staggered, where they had 1 or 2 player getting forward. They weren't sure what decision to make sometimes when opting to overextend a wrap back to the base. I saw that again in the first half. Second half, it seemed like they sealed things up a little bit better. You had a lot of 4-man pushes. You had a couple sneak plays as well, but I don't know. It just seems like they kind of worked better as a cohesive unit throughout the course of the second half, and that's a big part, and overtime. That's a big part of the reason why they get the victory.
And I think as well, for eUNITED, a team like this, you know, getting again that LAN experience on Flak Tower, getting better as a squad, because this is a team which is still running full playoffs, believe it or not. I think they now sit at 3-6. There's a lot of teams above them. They've got another game later on today. They win that one, they get that one step closer. This day can be a very, very good day for eUNITED. I know Brian Saint obviously was here before us, speaking to him. He was saying this is a huge day for us. We need to pick up 2 Ws.
We'll see if they can do it. First one on the board. Ben and the analysis crew, break that one down for us, boys.
Thank you very much, Maven. Congratulations to eUNITED. A swift 3-0 over Epsilon. Goes pretty much about as expected. I say about as expected, but we saw some pretty unconventional things, of course, in Game 1. Chance, Clay coming out, dropping big digits, and changed up his streaks, too.
It's dropping firebombs on the other team. It's completely unexpected. Never would have guessed all year we'd have seen that streak. To be fair, it is a very good streak. It's incredibly powerful. The problem is it's really expensive, and the artillery is pretty good, too, but if you just decide, hey, I'm going to kill Horror and just go 22-3, then you might as well put on high streaks. Like, why not? Have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, makes sense, right, Joe? I mean, you see his stat line at the beginning, and it starts off pretty well. And we actually switch over to him, and then you're like, wait a minute. What is that third streak he's using? And then it kind of clicks. And then he actually gets it, too, Joe. A tremendous performance from him.
Yeah, it definitely was. But this is the big thing. They use their streaks. They're able to break this parking lot hill. You see those spawns come in right there from Pristini. That really allows them to just really put the score on. And, yeah, he blew up half the map. But after that, I mean, it was just the start. It was like 70-0. They got those streaks, and they just put it on Epsilon.
The funniest part was he was playing so selfishly. Like, you would hate if it was a close game for your teammate to be playing like he did, but he had like a 30-45 second stretch where he just doesn't get a kill because he's playing so careful, and then he still has more kills by far than anyone else in the lobby. I guess really outside it's silly, but like, yeah, Clay, he just decided today's the day that I'm going to, at least in hardpoint, just kind of, that carry is not the right word, but yeah, just do whatever the hell I want. Have like my teammates like 3v4 at times. But yeah, 22-3. He almost reversed. I think Mox pointed out the 4-22 meme. So yeah, he had himself a very nice game.
Let's not get too carried away though, right? This is our first game against bottom of the league, the team that doesn't have any wins. They have Envious later on.
I'm not carried away.
Good, but do you expect to see Clay carry that performance across to team members? Obviously not like that. But in terms of just kind of the kills, the pressure. It went true across all 3 game modes.
I think in Atlanta, he had a great event overall. Like, I think he's been continuing after their first couple of weeks here. They had a disappointing performance. Even at New Orleans, it wasn't a good enough performance for him. And yeah, he's been playing at a very high level. I imagine he's going to keep it up.
All right. Well, that was game number 1. Clay dropping some serious numbers and pulling out some new streaks as well, which is always nice. But we'll talk a little bit now about game 2, the search and destroy chance. eUNITED, of course, at this point 1-0 up, and it doesn't stop there.
We saw Epsilon in this map yesterday where they got like more than half of the first bloods and they just keep throwing away like 4v3s and stuff like that, and they got beat 6-2. Similar situation. They found themselves, even the rounds where they had the man advantage, they just ended up losing, whether it was a player going for a hero play or eUNITED just clutching up. You saw a little bit of everything. I think the only really interesting thing of note from the game is probably just, you know, if you're a beginning player in Search and Destroy, you got to learn where to plant the bomb, right? Because we saw that round where Hockey reads RC's flanking around. Well, the place the bomb is planted for, you can't really watch it for mid because you can stretch plant it in like the middle center of the bomb where you can't be spotted from mid. So if eUNITED had planted the bomb slightly farther to the right, not only do they have to be concerned about RCs being able to watch from underground, but they also have to worry about him wrapping the statue. Hockey know they didn't have to worry about the mid push, so he checks underground. And then Epsilon, you saw it was the potential 1v3. I think it was either Hockey or Vortex had the opportunity to get towards the end, but the stretch plant comes in because they didn't plant the bomb in just the right spot, far enough left that it can't get stretched. Of course, though, it's still 1v3. It's tough, but something to keep in mind if you're a newer player playing Search and Destroy. Wherever you plant the bomb, you need to be very, very particular, like almost like frame by frame in certain instances of where you get it down, because it not only does it feed information to the other team, but it can create potential clutch opportunities for you depending on how the rounds play out.
Do you carry the bomb in rank, Chance?
I snipe. My teammates do that for me.
Oh, so you're that guy.
Oh, my teammates are awful.
You're the sniper in ranked that I'm just like, wow.
Oh, in ranked?
Yeah,
oh, no, not you can't in ranked because people in ranked are.
Oh, okay, that's good. Hey, I'm
ranked
just making sure
rough.
Chance gets out of gold. He's giving you guys tips.
I did. I got out of gold, actually. I got out of gold 2 days ago. I got to plat and then lost my immediate next game, and I'm back in gold.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, eUNITED 2-0 up after some expert analysis right there from Chance.
Oh, yeah.
We could talk a little bit now about game GTF where, to be honest, eUNITED came out snail's pace, Joe. It was very, very slow. Epsilon with the early lead, but eUNITED called their way back.
Yeah, you figured they were going to turn around. Obviously, the first half, it was pretty solid from Epsilon. The 3 players, really, beside Vortex, were slaying well. We heard that listening. You could hear Reedy really take over that communication. Hey, I'm going to go this way. Make sure we're pushing this. Make sure we have this covered. He's doing a great job. Again, that was the big point we keep talking about Reedy, is he's going to take on that leadership role. But the individual play, the individual talent at eUNITED just really stepped up. You felt like they stopped making staggered pushes. Vortex got turned on a couple of times there.
Again.
Well, they just took over and took it to overtime where they won.
Yeah, great game. So what division are you in, Merc? This season?
I was top 100.
No. This season, I'm asking.
Don't know, but I probably played better than you.
I'm better than Merc in season 2. Let's get it.
Not quite sure that's how it works.
I'm going to go home and place probably be higher than you.
Oh, wow.
You can't, right? You can't get placed higher than gold.
Joe probably.
Like right off the bat. I thought gold's the max.
Because he was top 100.
I think.
Pretty sure he can.
Nah.
Yeah.
Pretty
I got my
Find
helmet.
out. Play your game.
I got my helmet.
I got my helmet.
He has his helmet. That's all that matters, right?
Yep.
That's all that matters. But congratulations to eUNITED, the 3-0 victory for them in that
It's not
series. Looking forward to seeing them in action later on today. Of course, still plenty of games still to come today, though. We can take a look at today's schedule. Up next on main stage, Envy versus Unilad, LG versus Splice, Team Envious versus eUNITED still to come, and EG versus FaceCon to close things out. But we'll talk about the next game up on main stage, as I mentioned. Team Envious versus Unilad. Unilad impressed us yesterday. Team Envious not so much. But all 3 of us had Envy winning this game. And I feel like unless we see something crazy in Matt Vito's chance, that's just not going to change.
Well, I've only got gold level analysis. So, Merc, you're a former pro player,
whoa,
right?
whoa. I just said you were giving them tips about playing the bomb, and I asked if you did that in range for
My
your teammates.
teammates in gold
if you
don't
set
have
them up.
bomb.
That's all I asked. I just thought your analysis around the bomb site was great. I thought it was perfect. So I was just making sure that you were setting your teammates up to succeed.
What was your question, Ben? What was
Gosh,
it? About
man.
Unilad and
Not
Splice?
trying to roast. Just
No.
making sure.
Good. You both happy now? You happy he's giving you props? That's
Are
a
you
12. That's a
frustrated?
12-time champion.
No.
They're giving you credit.
I'm just happy I'm working them up a little bit.
Well,
Makes me excited.
there you go. As I said, for UNITED, of course, coming in here, we were all expecting Envious to take this win, right? Let's be honest. But is there anything maybe map veto-wise you could see changing? They are set down.
Thought they were playing Splice for a second.
No.
Happened
UNITED
yesterday.
versus Envious. But as I said, do you think anything different in map vetoes could come through here for UNITED? Anything at all? Because we've seen very, very basic vetoes so far.
What's the thing? Well, I was going to say that you probably don't want to play Envy on London Docks, right? But they actually do fall on that map yesterday, so maybe there's a bit of a layout plan. But it'd be interesting. I think UNITED, they have to pick their poison. They're either going to have to play Envy on either St. Marie or what was it, London Docks, but then they just take out Gibraltar. So I think Envy is going to be very happy with the two maps that they're going to get.
Well, UNITED, they go at London Docks first. Map 2 is going to be a Valkyrie. So we're seeing more and more Valkyrie.
Yeah, we definitely are. This is one where if you're Envy, you have the setup, right? You have the roster set up. You imagine it's going to be very successful. When you talk about Hook, Classic, and Temp, those three submachine gun players, UNITED, did they play it yesterday, Valkyrie? No, I don't remember.
I don't think they played it in their series.
Yeah, so maybe that's when they're just trying to catch UNITED off guard.
And it's worth pointing out, I think Envy, through the Pro League, were undefeated at St. Marie de Hardpoint. But I guess at Atlanta, I think they were quite a bit worse. But it also might be an LG situation where they might be trying to work some new maps in rotation, get a bit of LAN XP. But it's also worth pointing out that their St. Marie just wasn't as good as it was in the Pro League. So whatever Envy's rationale for it might be, they're still going to be happy with the Hardpoint picks. But I didn't even watch the other two. So.
Forest and St. Marie, in which we know Envy is very solid at Forest.
Yeah.
There was a little bit there that they were struggling, but they fixed all of their mistakes. They switched some roles around. They looked a lot better on it.
They most definitely have. Now, of course, all that remains is our Game 3 captured the flag veto. We've seen more and more flag tower being played here in Division B since the start. You know, they're going to ban out Ardennes Forest. And
Imagine
going to
London Docks,
respond to flag tower. Yep, and we're going to get the London Docks Game 3, Joe.
Yeah, so again, another very fast-paced series, which if you're Envy fan, you should be happy unless you have a couple of performances that you had yesterday. When you look at the UNITED side, who's going to step up to help Scraps? It has to be one of those guys, Shawnee or Moose with that submachine gun. Have to help them out. Listen played pretty well yesterday, but again, a lot of pressure on those other two.
I'm curious about UNITED as well, how much homework they did, because yesterday on Docks, Envy, for this ETF, they were continuously putting pressure on Cole on the right side of the map when they're attacking in that direction, and that's something you don't see all too often, but they did it quite a few times, and to a decent bit of success. I know Nameless clutched up at the end yesterday, and EG kind of shut down their dreams of pulling off the victory, but if UNITED comes prepared, they might actually have not a comfortable win on map number 3, but a lot of potential there.
So, in terms of series score here, Chance, you're still feeling...
No, I don't know. Again, I think the Docks could be close to a 50-50, but I do think, again, UNITED, one of the twins more than likely, or even Shawnee or Moose actually, really would probably need to step their game up, because Envy, you got to imagine they're going to be hungry after the match yesterday. So I would say maybe Envy 3-1.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 3-0, and if UNITED wants to win this series, they kind of have to do it in the style they did yesterday against Splice, right? Win both search and destroys. That's one where Envy, they've been strong on it, they've been weak on it. We're really just trying to find their momentum on that search and destroy, and then they're gonna have to steal a respawn. Maybe it is that London Docks.
Okay, well, day one started off in relatively quick fashion, of course. The 3-0 in favor of eUNITED over bottom of the division, Epsilon. So congratulations to them. They have a couple of must-needed win games today, and we'll keep our eyes on them as they play in the 4th game of the day. But up next on the main stage is the boys in blue, Team Envious, going up against UNITED from Europe.